what up? This is Tirelito, in other words, Shelby. Today we're gonna be talking about how a young man ruin their future by watching corn. Let's get to it. Young man, corn is rewiring your brain. 97% of men watch it thinking it's harmless, right? But science shows it's quietly killing your drive, clarity, and confidence. Here's how corn destroys your mind and how to reclaim control. Alright, let's get to it. It hijacks your dopamine system. It turns you into a slave, right? So as you watch it, you become a slave to watching it. You're gonna want more of it. Every time you watch corn, your brain releases a spike of dopamine, your reward chemical, right? But unlike real achievement, finishing a workout, building a business, winning at life, corn delivers dopamine without effort. Over time, your brain becomes numb to normal stimuli. Real life starts to feel boring, your attention span weakens, your discipline fades away. You chase quick hits over meaningful progress. Bro, you train your mind to seek arousal, not intimacy. Corn teaches you that lust is equals to love. That what matters is curves, angles, and fantasy, not trust, connection, or loyalty, right? It programs your mind to believe that women are just tools for pleasure, not partners with purpose. The more you consume it, the more you struggle in real relationships. You lose emotional depth. You fumble when it's time to connect with a real woman. It destroys your ability to delay gratification. High-level men know how to suffer. That's what builds wealth, muscles, status, and peace. But corn conditions you to get your reward instantly. No work, no risk, no rejection. This mindset bleeds into the rest of your life. You can't focus for long. You give up when things get hard. You avoid discomfort like it's poison. You become a consumer of dopamine instead of producer of results, right? You start seeing women as trophies, not humans. When corn becomes your norm, you begin to judge a woman based on how they look rather than how they live. Their personality, their character, their soul, irrelevant. You crave the artist face, the perfect body, the exact fetish you've been feeding for years. But in doing so, you set yourself up for a lifetime of disappointment. No real woman will ever compete with your carefully curated highlight reel of digital perfection. You weaken your masculine urge and testosterone. Men who abstain from corn often report higher energy, stronger libido, and sharper focus. Why? Because your body treats corn like sex, and after sex, your T levels drop temporarily. So when you're watching corn multiple times a week, you're keeping your testosterone levels low. Combine that with poor diet, no sun, no purpose, you get weak, bro, foggy, anxious, and passive. Masculinity requires tension and release with purpose. And here's the thing, you create a circle of shame, guilt, and secrecy. You don't brag about watching corn, you hide it. You feel ashamed afterward, you close tabs quickly. You tell yourself, this is the last time, only to relapse days later. This cycle creates a subconscious belief that you're weak, that you lack control, that you can't trust yourself. Over time, that belief becomes your identity. And a man who doesn't believe in his strength will never act like he has any. Another thing, your mental clarity gets foggy as hell. Heavy corn users often report brain fog, anxiety, low motivation, and even mild depression. This isn't random, it's neurological, right? Your reward system gets burned out. Your frontal cortex loses sharpness and your short-term memory suffers. You can't focus deeply. You lose track of tasks. You feel mentally exhausted from doing nothing. That's the cost of endless dopamine flooding your brain without a break. You kill your motivation to pursue real women. Con gives you the illusion of abundance. One click, hundreds of options. You stop believing that sex is easy. That connection doesn't require effort. That attraction is a given. Then, when you meet a real woman, you realize you don't know how to flirt. You don't even know how to flirt with a girl. You don't know how to talk. You just become so clumsy that you start mumbling and fumbling, right? You don't know how to lead. You don't even feel the same desire you once did. Why? Because your brain is already satisfied. Your brain is already satisfied from watching all of those women and doing things, right? So, like, you can't flirt because your brain is satisfied. It won't put out the energy for you to flirt with a girl. It won't think about flirting with a girl because it doesn't really want to flirt with a girl right now. All it wants is to watch Con, right? Con stole your hunger to earn intimacy. You develop strange fetishes that don't reflect your value. You start watching one thing, then you get bored. Your brain needs more novelty to get the same thrill. Before you know it, you're watching things you'd never admit publicly. This isn't preferences, it's conditioning. Con desensitizes you until you're addicted to fantasy that has nothing to do with your real life standards, right? You build the habit of avoiding your pain instead of facing it. Most men don't watch Con out of pure lust. They watch it to numb stress, loneliness, boredom, or rejection. It becomes their escape, their reward after a bad day, their false sense of control. But that coping mechanism turns toxic fast. Because every time you escape into Con, you're avoiding the real thing that needs fixing. Your pain, your emptiness, and your insecurity. It quietly kills your ambition. Men are designed to hunt, to build, to conquer. But Con rewires your instincts. It tricks your brain into believing you've already won, that you've already had your reward, that there's no reason to chase excellence. That's why so many Con addicts report feeling lazy, uninspired, and disconnected. Their fire is gone, their drive is dull. Quitting is the ultimate act of masculine rebellion. In a world where Con is normalized, quitting isn't weak, it's warrior work. It's refusing to be controlled. It's choosing purpose over pleasure, saying no to the algorithm and saying yes to your future. When you quit, you don't just regain focus and energy, you regain your soul. You see women differently. You treat yourself with more respect. You pursue life with hunger and grit. You become a dangerous man again. Every time you sleep, watch Con, skip a workout, procrastinate a little, you are losing to another man. Thank you for listening and watching. Another thing, men and boys out there, please stop watching Con, because at the end of the day, you're losing energy, you're losing your purpose in life, you're losing vision. You don't focus on what you're gonna be doing in about the next 10 years. You just focus on the digital flashy things. You just want the things right now. You don't want to work for things that are much greater, like a man, right? Have purpose. Stop watching that thing, guys, please. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll be giving you guys more videos on things, on self-improvement things. Thank you.